So let's start with the law of cosines. Given three sides and we are told to find all angles. So these are the formula. So we have a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc multiplied by cosine a. So once again, class, do not forget that these letters, these big letters, it means angles. And the small letters, it means the side. Okay? So let's have b squared equals a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cos b. So cosine b is the big angle, angle b. C squared is equals to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine c. So these are the formulas that you need to memorize. So we have a given oblique triangle. Once again, class, in the law of cosines, we can only apply this one if the triangle is oblique triangle. Do not forget about it, oblique triangle. Sir, what do you mean by oblique triangle? An oblique triangle, a triangle does not contain 90 degrees angle. So if a triangle is an oblique angle, doesn't contain 90 degrees angle, we can use the law of sines or the law of cosines. Alright, so let's have the given triangle ABC. So do not forget, class, if this is your angle C, the big C, opposite of angle C is the small c. So we have given side, which is C, is equals to 20, the opposite of angle C. And if this is your angle B, opposite of that is small b. So the opposite of B, angle B, is small b. So we have given side of B, which is 10. And angle A, the opposite of angle A is the small a, which is equal to 15. A is equals to 15. Opposite side of angle A is A, equal to 15. So first, we try to use this first formula if we can find angle A. So let's check if we have the given, if we can use the formula. So let's write a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine a. So if there's only one unknown, we can use that formula. So let's check. Do we have the value of a? Yes, we have the value of small a, 15. Do we have the value of b? Yes. How about side c? Yes, three sides are given. So 2 here is constant, negative 2. So given in the formula, so b is, yes, we have b and we have c. And we don't have angle a. So we don't have angle a. So there's only one given, therefore we can use this formula in finding the value of angle a. Alright, let's use that formula. So we have a substitute, a is 15 squared equals b is 10 squared plus c is 20 squared minus c is 20 minus 2b is 10. So multiply. Do not forget, class, if the variables are close to each other, it means multiplication. So 2 times 10, c is 20. Cosine, then you are told to find this one, a. So simplify 15 squared, it doesn't mean 15 times 2, class. Do not forget about this one. 15 squared, it means 15 times 15. Alright, so 15 squared, so we can use the calculator. So 15 squared, so you have squared there in the calculator. So you have 225. So 225 equals 10 squared, it means 10 times 10. So this will be 100 plus 20 squared, it means, so to make it simple, 20 squared, 20 times 20, you just copy 2 zeros. So you copy 2 zeros, then 2 times 2 is 4. So 20 times 20, let me write it here. Just copy 2 zeros, 1, 2, then 2 times 2 is 4. That's the shortcut, class. If rules of zeros, copy zeros, then multiply the whole number. Or you can just use the calculator. That's the same, 400. So we have 400 minus, so multiply this one. 2 times 10 is 20 times 20. That would be the same, 400. So let's try that. Let's check that. 2 times 10. 2 times 10 times 20. So we have 400. Then cosine A. Next, combine like terms. We can combine this one because these are numbers. Do not forget, class. 400 times, because this is multiplication in this part, all numbers and the variables are close to each other. It means multiply. So 2 times 10, 20 times 20, that's 400 times cosine A. Your answer is 400 cosine A. right? Negative 400 cosine A. So you combine like terms. We cannot combine this one. Do not forget about it. We cannot combine this 100. We can combine this 100 and 400. But we cannot combine the answer for this one. We cannot combine it with this one because 400 has a variable. 400 cosine A. Variable of cosine A. So the thing that we will do is we just need to combine this one. So this will be 225 equals 100 plus 400, 500 minus 400 cosine A. Alright, so next is we need to, so once again, we cannot combine this one because this one is just simply number, but this one, it has a variable, cosine A. So the thing that we will do is we need to transpose 500 from right to left. So transpose this one so that we can combine all numbers. So this will be 225 minus, so this is positive. When you transpose, you change the sign, it becomes negative. Minus 500 equals negative 400 cosine A. Alright, so almost done here. Subtract 225. Let me subtract 200. Okay, use the other calculator. So 200 minus 225. So we have 225 minus 500. So 225 minus 500. So you have negative 275. So negative 275 equals negative 400 cos A. So next, so that we can remove this negative 400, we need to divide both sides by negative 400. So divide both sides by negative 400, negative 400. So cancel this out. So negative 275, negative 275 divided by negative 400. Okay, so we have 0.6875. We need to have, always remember this one, because if this is not yet the final answer in the laws of cosine and the law of sine, you need to have 4 decimal places. Most of the trigonometric books, they have 4 decimal places unless it is the final answer. Okay, so if our answer is not yet the final answer, we need to have 4 decimal places. Unless if it's the final answer, you just need to have 2 decimal places. So since we are not yet in our final answer, so we need to copy this one, 0.6875. So we have 0.6875. So we don't have enough space. Pause the video, class. I will be erasing this one. So I hope you pause the video. So let me erase this one. We don't have enough space. So, or let me just get the other board. Okay, for a minute. Let me get the other board. So we have, let me just cover this one up. So we have, okay, let me divide it once again. Negative 275 divided by negative 400. So we have, you click this one. Now, if your answer is a fraction, in your calculator, just press this one SD above the delete. It means standard and decimal. So press this one and you will get 0.6875. So 0.6875 equals, so since we cancel this negative 400, so we have 0.6875. It becomes positive. Negative times negative is positive. Equals cosine A. Alright, so next, to get the value of cosine A, you need to divide both sides by cos so that the remaining variable will be A. So the remaining will be A. So divide both sides by cos. Divide both sides by cos. So the remaining will be A. Now, when you divide cos by, when you divide this 0.6875, let's try that. 0.6875 divided by cos, you will get syntax error. Okay, you will get math error. Why is that? Because if the value of cos, there's no, after cos, if there's no value for the angle, So the thing that you will do, so that you will not get syntax error, the thing that we will do is we need to get the inverse of this cosine. Okay, do not forget that if you divide a number by just cosine, by just cosine, by just sine, by just tangent, you need to get the inverse. You need to move this cosine on the top. Now, once you move this cosine on the top, you get the inverse. Do not forget about this one, class. Just remember in algebra, 1 over x is equivalent to x raised to the power of negative 1. Okay, or this one, x raised to the power of negative 2. If it's negative, you get the reciprocal. Understood that there's 1 here. You get the reciprocal and it becomes 1 over x squared. Okay, just remember this one, class. X raised to the power of negative 2. X raised to the power of negative 2 in algebra. To get the value of this one, that would be 1 over x squared. So it means that if the positive exponent is here on the bottom, you put it upwards and you get the negative exponent. So since our cos here, do not forget that any variable, any number, there's an exponent of 1. So since our cos has an exponent of 1, so when you put it on the top, it becomes cosine raised to the power of negative 1. It means cosine inverse. Then copy 0.6875 equals. So once again, just get the inverse. Just get the inverse. If the cosine is on the bottom part, just get the inverse. Get the inverse of cosine. So this becomes negative cosine. So to get this one in your calculator, just press shift. Okay, press this one shift next to alpha, beside alpha. So shift cosine, then 0.6875, close parenthesis, and you will get 46.567. So we need to have two decimal places. Round off to the nearest hundreds. 5, 6. The next for 6 is 7. So our answer is 46.57. 46.57. So 46.57 degrees for angle A. So that's it, class, for angle A. 46.57 degrees. So let's label this one for angle A. 46.57 degrees. Alright, that's it for angle A. So let's find the other angle, angle B. So to find angle B, so let me erase this one. You pause the video, class. So this is the angle A. So you can pause the video. And this will be our solution. So pause the video so that you really understand this one. So let me erase this one. We will told to find angle B and angle C. Alright, so let's have angle B. So we can use this formula. So B squared equals A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cosine B. Alright, so our B is 10. So 10 squared equals A is 15, 15 squared, plus C is 20, 20 squared, minus 2, our A is 15. Okay, do not forget multiplication. Because the variables are close to each other, it means multiplication times 15. C is 20. Alright, and cosine, we're told to find B. So we use the formula, this one, class, to find this angle B. Alright, so use the simplify. 10 squared, it means 100. Equals 15 squared, it means 15 times 15. So use your calculator. 15 times 15. So you have 225. So 225 plus 20 times 20. We answered that a while ago. That's 400. Minus, you multiply this one. 2 times 15 times 20. 2 times 15 times 20. So you have 600. 600 cosine B. Alright, so combine this one because these are all numbers. So 100 equals 225 plus 400. That would be 625 minus 600 cosine B. Alright, so next, if you need to transpose this one, so that we can combine all numbers. We cannot combine 625 and 600 because negative 600 has a variable of cosine b. So we can only combine all these numbers. So this will be, transpose this one, it becomes negative. This will be 100 minus 625. So 625 becomes negative, equals negative 600 cos b. Alright, so next is combine this one. So 100 minus 625, that's negative 525. Let me check that one. 100 minus 625, negative 525. Negative 525 equals negative 600 cos b. So to get the value of b, so divide both sides by this number so that we can cancel this out. Divide by negative 600, negative 600. So cancel this out. So let me divide that one. So negative 525, negative 525, 525 divided by negative 600. So you have, so we have the decimal 0.875, 0.875. So 0.875. 0.875 equals, okay, 0.875 equals cos b. Alright, so let me just cover, you pause the video class, I will be covering this one. So cover this one. So let's continue with our solution. So we have 0.875 equals cosine b. So to get the value of b, so divide both sides by cosine so that you can cancel this out, and divide both sides by cosine. So once again, if the cosine is on the bottom part, you cannot divide this one directly to your calculator. You will get math errors. So the thing that you will do is we need to get the inverse of this one. So you need to put this cosine on the top, and it will become cosine inverse. Cosine raised to the power of negative 1. Then you just copy 0.875 equals b. So to get this one, simply press your calculator, shift, this one, shift, next to alpha, shift, beside alpha, okay, shift, okay, shift, then cosine. So you will get this one, inverse cosine, 0.875. Okay, close parenthesis. So shift cosine 0.875. So let me check that. Shift cosine 0.875 equals, and you will get 28.955. So the next for 5 is 5. So 28.96. 28.96. So 28.96 is our angle B. Do not forget degrees. Alright. So we have our angle B, which is 28.96. So angle B is 28.96 degrees. Alright, so to find angle C, do not forget about this one class. To find angle C, so let me just erase this one. You pause the video class to find angle B. That's the angle B. I hope you're following. So I will be erasing this one. So we have angle A and angle B. And we have angle A and angle B, but we don't have angle C. So do not forget about this one class. So you don't need to use this formula in finding angle C if you have two angles, because according to the sum of interior angles of any triangle, okay, do not forget about this one. Any triangle, the sum of interior angles, it should be 180 degrees. So any triangle, the sum of interior angles, it should be 180 degrees. So to find angle C, the thing that we will do is we just need to add this one. Add 46.57 degrees plus 28.96 degrees. And then we subtract that to 180. Their sum, we subtract it to 180 because we know that the sum of three angles, it should be equal to 180 degrees. Since we already have the two angles, we just need to get two angles and then we subtract it to 180 degrees. Their sum, you subtract it to 180 degrees. So therefore, to find angle C is equal to the sum of angle A, 180 degrees, so it should be 180 degrees because the sum of their angles, it should be 180. So since we already have the two angles, so that would be 180 degrees minus the sum of angle A, angle A plus angle B. So angle C equals 180 degrees minus angle A is 46.57 degrees plus angle B is 28.96 degrees. So we have angle C is equals to 180 degrees minus, so we add this one class, use our calculator, 46.57 degrees. So 46.57 degrees. Do not forget class the degrees, this one, this symbol. Okay, this is the degrees, 46.57 degrees plus 28.96 degrees. So you have 27 degrees 31 minutes 48 seconds. Okay, let's just add it by degrees. 46.50. Okay, let me just add it manually. So 46.57. 46.57 plus 28.96. So we have, this is, okay, let me just add this one manually. We have 13. Alright, 13, we have 15. Okay, so we have 7 plus 6 is 13, 3 carry 1. So we have 10, 15 carry 1. So we have 8 plus 6 is 14 plus 1, 15, 5 carry 1. And we have 75.53 degrees. 75.53 degrees. Alright, I hope you're following. So 7 plus 6, 13, 3 carry 1. 9 plus 1 is 10 plus 5 is 15 carry 1. 14 plus 1, 15 carry 1, and we have 75.53 degrees. Alright, 75.53 degrees. So angle C equals 180 minus 180 minus 75.53. So we have 104.47 degrees. 104.47 degrees. 104.47 degrees. So that's it, class. That's how you find all angles in this given law of sines given